Hey guys, this is Steven from Vercelli, and today we're talking about watches. More specifically, the Breitling Galactic 41. This is actually a watch from my personal collection. I purchased it about 5 years ago in early 2015. We're going to do an up-close, quick one-take review of the watch. Before we do that, I'll just give you a brief overview. Again, I purchased it about 5 years ago. My least favorite part about any Swiss watch is the retail price. That was just shy of $6,000, but luckily I was able to get it a bit cheaper than that. I did purchase it new. Now used, it's trading around $3,000, give or take. Obviously, private seller versus a dealer makes a difference. But not the best news for me, but good news for you if you're looking to purchase the watch used. They are trading around $3,000 now. I've had the watch again for 5 years. I've had no issues with it mechanically. It's been keeping great time, working really well. Just again on the overall specs, it's kind of your basic stats in terms of Swiss watches. So stainless steel, sapphire crystal, mechanical movement. This is a automatic winding watch, ETA based caliber. It does have a date display or double date display, which you'll see. And yeah, let's take a closer look. Okay, we are now up close and personal with the Galactic 41. The Galactic coming from Breitling's History in Aviation, and the 41 actually is the case diameter, so now you know the size of the watch. I personally would consider the watch a sporty luxury watch. I say sporty instead of sport because it's not really like a true tool watch like, say, a diver or a GMT. It does have a somewhat blingy, polished steel finish, but it's also by no means a dress watch. Again, that's why I personally classify it as a sporty watch. So let's take it off here and get a little bit more personal. Okay, first let's just talk about the dial. This is the Tomcat Grey. I'm obviously very biased because this is the one I picked, but I think this is the best color for the watch. It really picks up a different range of colors and hues depending on the lighting and the angle that you're looking at it. My girlfriend actually refers to this as my blue watch. Even though it's not blue, it actually does pick up hints of blue. It really ranges from gray to blue to black, again depending on the lighting and the angle that you're looking at it. Up close on the dial may be a little hard to read. There is an applied Breitling logo at the top, then painted on again is Breitling, and there is the chronometer mentioned there. This is actually a certified chronometer. The watch comes with paperwork, which is cool. The little red there says automatic, which may be hard to read. Even though it's small and subtle, I am a sucker for the small red burst there. Then below that is the depth rating for water resistance, which is a very respectable 300 meters. Again, this watch is fairly sporty. The minute hands and second hands and hour hand all have lume on them. The second hand also has at the end the Breitling anchor logo, which is a nice cool finish. The hour markers are pretty polished and also have lume at the ends of them. And on the outside of the dial there is minute markers, very small and subtle around the outside, kind of similar to, say, like a Rolex Datejust. And then there are minutes written out at 15, 30, and 45, which is also cool. Onto the bezel, it does actually have a unidirectional bezel, so like a dive watch where, if you were diving, you wouldn't want it to be able to turn the other way and think you have more time in your tank than you do, and have a very unfortunate situation there underwater. Also of note on the bezel is there are these like engraved, etched minute markers. Those aren't painted on, so it actually has a nice finish to it and cool effect. There's also these kind of guards on the watch. I don't know what the technical term is. Maybe you could tell me in the comments. They are a bit prone to scratching, and they are a little annoying to clean because gunk does kind of get in there, but at the same time it does protect the watch, add a cool look to the watch, and also prevent the rest of the watch from scratching. The crystal is actually a domed crystal, which is pretty cool and very clear at all different angles, which is really nice. And then those guards kind of slope up with it too, so they have the same kind of contour and shape of that. There are little screws on the edge of it, which I think are cool. It's not as notable as, say, like a Royal Oak or something like that, but which would be on the front of the bezel. But definitely a cool feature. Screw down crown, again, making it sporty, and then crown guards, again, adding to the sport. The side of the watch, pretty sleek and smooth, pretty cool looking. The bracelet is 5 links polished steel. It's a really solid bracelet. I've had this watch for almost 5 years. There's like really no stretch or wiggle to it. It is polished though, so again, it adds a little bling factor. I'm probably smudging it up with my fingers as I show it. Also makes it a bit more prone to scratches, and even if it has the same amount of scratches as a brush steel, it does kind of show a bit more because it contrasts more versus as it would on a brush finished. The buckle system is really solid and thick compared to some of the other watches I've seen in the price range. It does have Breitling etched in it, as well as some more Swiss writing. It does have the safety clasp, which a lot of people will argue is not necessary unless you're really using the watch in a sporty fashion. I always prefer to have it. These things aren't cheap. I'd rather have them securely on my wrist, and it's worth the extra half a second to do that. On the back, this is not a see-through case back, not too much to see. Some more Swiss writing, official chronometer, manufactured in Swiss, Breitling logo etched on there, and the reference number. Let me know what you think. If I missed anything you'd like to cover, this is an early review for me, so please comment and also subscribe if you liked it. Thank you very much. Bye.